Move to the report of the CSSA. Mia Kagianas, did I pronounce that correctly?
Close. It's Kagianas.
Kagianas, I apologize. Good
No
to
worries.
meet you. Please present your report.
Thank you. Hello and good afternoon, board members, Chancellor White, and guests. The honor to address all of you on behalf of the near 500,000 students of the CSU is not lost on me. My name is Mia Kagianas. I am an undergraduate senior studying business administration with concentrations in entrepreneurship and human resources and organizational behavior at Sacramento State. As a student hailing from the southwest suburbs of Chicago, it was not always easy for me to find a sense of belonging within my campus community. My sister Angie and I were working double shifts at Chili's and had no other friends besides each other. Me, being eager and wanting to connect with my campus and my fellow students, I decided to take a big risk, and I actually sat outside the patio in Riverfront Center on campus with a handmade sign that said "Free Conversations." I was hoping that anyone would stop by and say hello, but no one did. Yeah. Not until I started to pack up my things and head to class did someone stop by to say hello. That one conversation with that random student gave me the confidence to sign up for my own radio show with the student-run radio station KSSU, which then led to my involvement with student government and the Cal State Student Association. I always like to say that KSSU radio was my first friend on campus. Being a radio show hostess allowed me to see the immense value in finding community and expressing the student voice through radio. The value in helping to elevate my fellow students' voices is why I ran for Director of Undeclared Students the following year at Sac State. It's why I ran for the Vice President of Finance for this organization the year after that. It's why I wanted to be Student Body President at Sacramento State to help foster a caring and inclusive environment on my home campus. And it's why I decided to run for President of the Cal State Student Association, the representative body advocating for the diverse needs of the near 500,000 students across the CSU system. My fellow executive officers this year include Joe Nino, chair of CSSA and former ASI president at Cal State Long Beach, Carolyn Tinoco, a former basic needs student and advocate from Dominguez Hills, and our vice president of finance for CSSA. Latrell Powell, who's our vice president of legislative affairs from San Diego State, and Wilson Hall, who is our vice president of university affairs and former AS president at Sonoma State. Last year, our board created a policy agenda that prioritized mental health, affordability, campus climate, and equity in student achievement. Our board is currently hard at work crafting our 2018-19 policy agenda, which I will be excited to share with all of you at the next Board of Trustees meeting in September. Additionally, CSSA is grateful for the outcome of this year's budget advocacy. Students spent countless hours with our elected officials to talk about the value of Choose CSU in their budget deliberations. We saw the fruit of the work of our presidents, administrators, staff, faculty, and alumni, and advancing that advocacy by truly working together. We're proud of the work we have accomplished as a CSU team, and we hope everyone in this room and watching are very proud as well. While students will always be ready to advocate for the institution's financial needs, because we know that additional resources can mean so much for students' lives, I would be remiss if I didn't use this opportunity to make the case for a new way forward. To be clear and pretty blunt, it is unproductive and exhausting to advocate for additional resources each year. Students start petitions, lobby and host campus forums. Staff, faculty, and alumni organize and lobby our legislators. Administrators, whether they are our campus presidents, a vice president, or government relations officers, year after year, making the case to our legislators for a few more $100 million here and a couple more there. And while we feel mission-bound to continue this work, it is unsustainable. We must change this dynamic by exploring a new partnership with the state and create consistent and predictable funding across multiple years. This new partnership should ensure that cost increases that the system incurs are covered by the state, so that no student has to pay more in tuition for the same level of service, and so that campuses can truly plan long-term. And with the new governor entering office at the end of this very year, one who will hopefully be looking to leave his mark on higher education, are we really going to settle for more of the same? a fully funded budget here and maybe a partially funded budget there, year after year after year of work doing the same exact thing, which would be making the case to the same legislators that we matter, that the CSU is a wholly unique and valuable resource to our state and to the nation. I believe students have been and will continue to be ready to develop a new partnership and to do the difficult work associated with that. I believe, listening to all of you as board members for the last 2 years, to our presidents and to other CSU advocates, we all agree that we need a new, consistent, and reliable way forward, where students and families can plan for their college futures, where system-wide staff and faculty can have a greater sense of stability, and where the institution can truly plan for their campus's future. I believe we are fully capable of coming together to have a clear, agreed-upon plan for a practical new way forward. I believe in our students, our presidents, our faculty, and our fellow advocates to make it happen. I know how hard it can be to make a big new step forward and risk the comfort of doing what is familiar. But just like a lonely freshman in a new city looking to be a part of a community at Sac State with a sign that says free conversations, I also know the value of taking a risk. Taking bold risks led to my success and ultimately led to me being here with all of you today, which I am very grateful for. I know taking a risk now, together as a body, can lead to our collective success moving forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mia. Good to meet you, and welcome to you and your colleagues with the CSSA.